I've been holding a blunt for my friend for over 2 months. It's sitting right there, and I haven't had a single temptation to smoke it. Alright, so today marks 555 full days since I last smoked weed. And I just want to start by saying, I'm not making this video to shame people who do smoke weed. And I'm definitely not making this video to pat myself on the back either. But I did want to share my journey about quitting weed and also get into the benefits and how it honestly changed my life. To start, it's one of the greatest decisions I've ever made. As a result, in these 555 days, I started a business, I moved out of my parents' house, I drastically improved my dating life, I've gotten to the best shape of my life, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, and of course, I started this YouTube channel. Now, I'm not trying to convince you to quit. If you quit smoking weed, none of those results are guaranteed. But for me personally, I do credit a lot of my own success and growth to having stopped smoking weed. And I just want to offer some insight to people who are potentially thinking about stopping. Now I want to get a couple misconceptions out of the way. Growing up, a lot of people said, bro, you can't get addicted to weed. Or, weed's not bad for you, bro. That is absolutely not true. If you smoke something 3 times a day, every day, you're addicted. And if you're overeating, lazy, never exercising, then it's bad for you. For a lot of people, it's not only an addiction, it's a really bad one. And while it might not be the case for everybody, it was the case for me personally. I definitely want to give you guys some details about what I was like when I did smoke. I smoked anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week, and in college I smoked almost every day. And when I did smoke, I smoked at least 2 to 3 sessions, sipes as the young people call it. And it honestly didn't bring out the worst in me. It brought out absolutely nothing. I was lazy, glued to my couch, I ate a lot of chips and ice cream. And I eat a lot when I'm sober, so imagine how much I ate when I was high. So naturally when I smoked weed, I gained a lot of weight. I got nothing done, and the days were just passing by. So when I quit, the first major change was my physical health. Because the 3 to 4 hours that I was smoking, chilling, and eating a lot of junk food, I was now going to the gym, eating healthier, and living my life. And I felt 1,000 times more energized when I quit smoking weed. And with that energy, I was able to change a lot of things I didn't like about my life. Now speaking of energy, smoking weed made me really tired. And when I'm tired, I like to sleep a lot. The problem is when I smoked, I slept almost 10 hours a day. And that sounds amazing, but I wasn't really getting real rest. So the other major change in my life, my sleep has improved dramatically. Because if you're sleeping for 10 hours after eating junk food all night and going to bed at 2 a.m. and waking up at 12 in the afternoon for class, then you're not really getting good sleep. I was talking to me from 555 days ago. There's a lot of people out there who smoke weed to fall asleep. And when I first quit, I was struggling to fall asleep. But after a couple weeks, it wasn't an issue at all. So getting better sleep also led me to be a lot more energized. And with that energy, I'm definitely doing a lot more now. Like going on trips. I went on a lot of trips when I was a smoker too. I went to Amsterdam twice. Matter of fact, Amsterdam is the last place I've ever smoked weed. And honestly, I would love to tell you about it, but I don't remember anything. I actually do remember one thing. That I was really high. Which brings me to my next point. I actually remember things now. Because I'm sure I was having a great time when I was high. But it would be nice to remember it. And maybe this is only a me thing, but now when I go on trips, it's actually nice to reminisce and look back and think about those moments. It also helped me save a lot of money because weed is not free. But not only did it help me save more money, it helped me make more money. And this is gonna get a little personal. But when I was working a 9 to 5, I would just come home and just smoke on the weekends and pretty much repeat. But after I quit smoking weed, I realized how much I hated my job. And I was honestly just putting up with my job because it gave me money to smoke weed and chill. It's easy to put up with a job you hate if it gives you money to do things you like. So not only did I quit smoking weed, I also quit my job to start a business. And a business is way more work than a 9 to 5. It's a 24/7 commitment. That's 168 hours a week. So I did work a lot of weekends, a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, a lot of holidays. But if I was still consistently smoking, I would not have been able to do any of that. Naturally, I required a lot of important skills like discipline and focus by quitting weed that I applied to my business. I also applied them to my dating life. When I used to smoke, it was common that the girls I used to date also used to smoke. As all of my fellow smokers know, the best thing to do when you're dating a smoker is smoke. Because after you smoke, you just Netflix and chill, smoke more, and repeat. And that sounds great, right? It's because it kind of is, but honestly, when you're not high no more, you kind of realize how much you might not like the other person. Oof. You're kind of just sharing that high experience with them. And that was definitely a tough pill to swallow. But since I've been sober, dating does require a lot more effort and focus and attention to detail. Which I don't really mind because it's nice to just sit down and have a conversation and really get to know a person. And I've been on a lot of different dates these last 555 days with a lot of different girls. I haven't found a girlfriend yet, unfortunately. I'm still looking. but this new approach to dating is something that I really enjoy. Let's kind of get personal again. It improved my mental health by a lot. Now, I know a lot of people do smoke weed to cope with their mental health. But for me personally, it was a band-aid solution to a problem that required a lot more than some bandages. You have an issue, you get high, the problems go away. You're not high no more, and the problems come back. And a lot of times they're even worse than they were before. So what do? You get high again. So when I quit, I really had to take a deep look in the mirror, and I wasn't satisfied with my life. And after I quit, I realized how much I wanted to change it. Now, it would have been really easy to just keep on going in life and smoke till the pain goes away, but I realized I didn't want to do that anymore. Because I consider myself to be a person with a lot of ambition. And the worst kind of person to be is a person with a lot of ambition who doesn't do shit. And that was me. And now I'm a person with a lot of ambition who tries to do as much as he can. It's not easy. Now, if I didn't have a lot of the goals in mind to better my life, like getting in shape, starting a business, starting this YouTube channel, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. This video would probably not exist. I would probably just be smoking, watching a different video on YouTube. This is something I truly enjoy. Now, I'm not telling you guys to quit smoking weed and be a YouTuber and go start a business, but I really want you guys to stumble upon something that really fulfills you, especially if you're struggling with your mental health. I'm not a therapist, but from my personal experience, this is what makes me the happiest I've ever been in my life. So as you can see, quitting weed has completely changed my life. And it's also the reason I made this video. Thank you guys for watching. Maybe you should check out some of my other videos, you know?